Hey, thanks, Prashant, for inviting me. So, I'm building Composio. Oh, okay. This is my first demo, by the way. Be lenient on me. So, I'm building Composio. The idea is that we are essentially a platform for allowing you and your agents to integrate with any softwares out there and basically empowering your agents to perform any actions you want, right? So typically, like when you think of integrations, you are thinking around like the old software stack, which is like Zapier, which is like probably Init and things like wherein you want to connect one software to another. But agents integrate in an entirely different way, and agentic use cases are very different. And currently, when people talk about agentic reliability, I was listening someone talking about like hey, agents are not reliable. What they are essentially talking about is agentic integrations are not really reliable. They sometimes work, they sometimes don't, and so I'm never able to use agents in production. What Composio set out to do is we are trying to solve for that problem by making sure that we provide you with a tool set or with a list of integrations that are ready to go, and we have also optimized it in a way wherein like the integration reliability or the agentic reliability is much better than what you will ever get if you are doing it on your own from the scratch, right? So we provide you with a comprehensive platform that allows you to sort of build on any agentic integration, collect all the data points, maybe eventually fine tune your own model and stuff around it. So I'm today like planning to give a very small demo around sort of Composio and how to use it by building a simple PR agent. So the idea is that, hey, every developer kinda is now starting to use this new age PR agents with a very simple usability. Hey, I raise a PR on GitHub or I raise a PR on some platform, and like that code automatically gets reviewed, and if there are security issues or if there's anything around it, I'll be able to very quickly identify those things and sort of make do by solving them, right? So with Composio, you can literally build a PR agent in less than 50 lines of code because we quickly integrate with GitHub, we quickly integrate with Slack. You can probably get notifications to your own sort of method of or like channel or preferred channel. And it just works, right? Again, the good thing with agents is you don't really have to do a lot of tweaking. You just give a natural language task that the agent has to accomplish. You give out a bunch of integrations, and then agent does the rest, right? If done right. So yeah, let me just walk you through what we are trying to set out build here. So anytime someone raises a PR in Composio organization, by the way, we have an agent that essentially goes and like reviews the PR, right? And agent will like check for like bunch of basic things, linting stuff, security and stuff around it, and like make sure that none of the basic or core things are missed out. And also we get a review, an update on Slack summarizing the review saying, hey, this is good to go, looks good to me, can you just merge it, right? So yeah, let's go and try building that, right? So the idea is like, first of all, you probably Composer, by the way, as a company, like we sort of believe that we need to integrate with every single framework out there, and so we currently integrate with TrueAI, LangChain, probably LangGraph, Llama Index, any framework you can think of that you probably are ideally looking to use, right? Then what you do is you can basically connect any tools of your own, or even if you are building for your own customers. So let's say you have hundreds of users, we essentially provide you an API way to manage all of their authentication. So you can essentially allow hundreds of different users of your own sort of application to connect with their own choice of different tools like GitHub, Slack, Salesforce, anything like that, right? So we essentially simply connect the tools. So we allow Slackbot an application, we allow GitHub an application, and this is the code, right? So let me just quickly dive into code, and then like if time is there, I'll also do a live demo of it. So essentially, we are just simply making a assistant, OpenAI assistant, using like, hey, you are a code reviewer, your job is to do this, blah, blah, blah. Now the thing here is that the assistant code remains always the same, but what you need to give is give an assistant is tools, right? Okay, hey, here's a bunch of things you can do on GitHub, here's a bunch of things you can do on Slack, and then here's what I want you to really do, right? So what I've done is, hey, once you have decided on the changes for any to-dos, can you create a GitHub issue? Can you send the summary out on the Slack channel? And can you basically provide a comprehensive review on the PR itself as a comment? So for this, like ideally in your world, you would probably end up integrating with GitHub and Slack and like creating those APIs, figuring out authentication. With Composio, all literally you have to do is this. It's literally a 9-line of code block that allows you to simply import any single library you need, right? Any single action you need with GitHub, with Slack, and then just provide it to the assistant. Once you do that, we also do something which is really nice, which is like for like things like PR, you probably need like a trigger, right? Okay, hey, every time a PR is raised, my agent should be executed, right? And I don't really know when a PR is gonna get raised. So we also allow you a very simple, classy way to basically integrate with webhooks, right? Literally 2 lines of code, and like every time a PR is raised, you basically get a single sort of webhook in your side, and that's it. You don't really have to create a server, you don't have to do anything, just basically these 2 lines and you're done, right? So this is it. Now you basically are just like looking at simple OpenAI code getting like executed, things printing out, and that's it. Like your sort of agent is running, agent is sort of putting out code. Would love to showcase something to you. So here's like a OpenAI sort of code. Here's how a PR comes in. Here's sort of the code getting executed, and then basically actions getting executed and Slack messages being sent, right? So to show you, Slack messages being sent, GitHub sort of PR is being commented on, right? New sort of issues are being created. Everything literally in like 50 lines of code. And the idea is that you can do the same kind of things for a bunch of sort of your use cases, for a bunch of sort of use cases you are making for your own users, because we also allow like a very simple way so that Composio is at the back end and you don't really have to worry about anything, like your user will never see Composio on the front.